You can't teach a woman how to be a good woman. Either she came from a household where her mother and father trained her to be an exceptional woman, or she didn't. You can't instill your values in her. You can't do anything. You can teach a woman a business, a hustle. You can't teach her values. Those are already deeply ingrained within her. I'm talking about since childhood. If there's ever a moment where I have to start explaining myself overly too much to a woman, I'm not doing it anymore. There's no point. The moment you have to then justify every single action, the way you conceptualize things, the two of you are just not compatible. Anytime I have to explain myself to a woman, I'm just good on her. Okay? If it's just not a simple misunderstanding, maybe something that I said that she may have taken wrong, other than that, I'm not explaining myself to a woman. There's no point. The moment you have to explain yourself to a woman, guess what? You now have entered this hamster wheel of every single time you're just explaining yourself over and over again. And eventually you're going to hate that woman. You're going to resent that woman. There's no flow. You're in this constant state of push and pull, but she's always pulling and you're just always pushing. There's friction. It shouldn't be like that. It should be a harmonious interaction with the woman you're actually compatible with. When there's good chemistry, when everything is aligned, you're not going to be fighting within a relationship for a woman to understand you. If a woman doesn't understand you, she is not meant for you. So you can't try to teach a woman how to be a better communicator. You can't teach her how to value more. You can't teach her anything at all outside of, hey, I make money like this. You want to bring it into your venture to make some more money or to build an empire. That's it. Other than teaching her how to carry forth whatever vision you've solidified and you've built out this entire infrastructure, that's all you can necessarily teach her. Because you know why? You can teach anybody that. When it comes to values, you can't teach people values, women especially. They're already stuck in their ways. She's not going to see it from your perspective. She's not going to understand. Anytime I've gotten to a disagreement with a woman, or not even disagreement, anytime a woman has misunderstood me from the beginning, and then she's asked me to explain something to her, my explanation didn't help. I was still misunderstood. That simply means I was with the wrong woman. Anytime you have to explain yourself to a woman, gentlemen, especially in the early stages, you just met the girl. In week one, she's asking you to justify something, bro, it's over. It's over. It should literally be the two of you are sharing views, beliefs, values, and it's like, oh yeah, I believe the same thing. Oh yeah, I have those same thoughts. It's like if you just met a friend, as men, right? When you meet another male friend, if that guy you just met, the two of you are already in a disagreement and he's actually explaining something, 72 hours you just met him, you're not going to be still talking to that guy. You're like, yo, bro, like, I don't work for you. Same thing with a woman. It's supposed to be in sync. The two of you should be doing a fusion maneuver and she just already knows what to do because her parents raised her with the same values that your parents raised you with too. But you guys don't want to do that. You guys want to date the girl that everybody else wants. You want to date the girl that you're just physically attracted to. When you start peeling those layers back and you see who she really is, and you know you should run away, you should walk away, but you're like, nah, man, she look good. I'm gonna figure it out. It's only one small tweak. That one small tweak will get you divorced. That one small tweak will cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars. That one small tweak is gonna have you paying child support for 18 years on a kid you're not even sure is yours. That's what that one small tweak is gonna do. These women are vicious and they're ruthless. So anytime a woman is really asking you to explain yourself to her, what she really is saying is that you need to start to bend over backwards for me. You need to bend and mold yourself into who I want you to be. She's not saying she wants to accept you. If she understands you, she's going to tell you she understands you. She's even going to tell you if she's open-minded to understanding your perspective. It will be, well, hey, I know you think like this, but I understand why you have this particular ideology or this belief. I get it. I get where you're coming from. Do I agree with it? Not necessarily, but I understand. That's the difference. But these women, I'm telling you, in the early stages, if she's bringing up, hey, can you explain this to me? It's over with. That's like me and my social media. Any girl that wants me to explain my social media to her, and I just met her, it's okay. If she can't weed through what I'm using as humor to market and what I just genuinely am standing on business on, it is okay. I don't need to explain myself. When I try to explain myself, guess what? I still got nowhere. By the time a woman even comes to my social media, she sees my Instagram, she has made her judgment about me. There's nothing I can do or say that would change what she believes about me. Her mind is made up. These women are going to make up their mind about you early on, and there's nothing you can do to change that. But if you try to fight to change it, she's going to say, okay, you know what? I got a lapdog. That's that golden retriever energy. He's going to do whatever I say. That's a good boy. That's what you're doing. She's training you. When a woman has you explaining yourself to her, you are being trained like a puppy. You're a good boy. Come right here, sit. That's what she's saying. Stand. Twirl around. Jump. Catch. Fetch. That's what a woman is doing to you every single time you explain yourself to her. It's pointless when you just met this woman. You have to find a woman the two of you have beliefs. You're not supposed to be butting head all the time. When there's so much friction, that's not a healthy relationship. You wouldn't, even with me, any male friend in my past I've had to bump heads with just a time too many, bro, he's out of here. I'm not doing that. I don't got time for that. I'm out here living life, taking risks. I'm, being honorable to my friends and family. So if anyone that I'm befriending does not understand who I am, they don't see my views, I don't have time to explain that to an individual. I will let that individual go. You got to burn some bridges, happily. When it comes to these women, you don't have to burn so many bridges. Like, women are the fastest bridge you should burn every single time. Every single time. Because guess what? The moment you cause her the slightest inconvenience, you're gone. Out of here. You're going that way, sir. She doesn't want anything to deal with you. Women are not going to waste time with men who aren't going to listen to them, who aren't going to essentially pedestalize them. So that's what you're doing when she's breaking you down to explain yourself over and over. Even if you're a wordsmith, you're persuasive, you're a politician, you're giving a congressional speech, guess what? You got to do that every other week. I don't want to live a life like that. That is frustrating. That is miserable. You're not even able to be yourself. If I cannot be myself around a woman and she accepts it, she understands it, she enjoys it, I'm okay, it's fine. You're not going to have every single woman that's going to stay. Every single woman you want isn't going to want you. And just because you want her doesn't mean you should want her. And the easiest way to tell when you should stop wanting a woman is when you see the two of you have different beliefs, different values. I don't have time to argue with a woman. For what? Argue about what? I just met you. Even we've been together, why are we arguing? I'm literally, what it requires for me to even live the quality of life, I have to take so much risk. I've had to put, so much weight on my shoulders. I've had to sacrifice so much family time, personal time. I've done so much to get to this point of life. I don't have time to argue. Help me elevate even higher. Because I'm the type of guy, anyone I'm dealing with, I want to see you win. Any girl I've dealt with in the past, anything she's had going on, I've always invested into, okay, well, hey, maybe she has a business. Well, here are ways I think you can optimize your business. Maybe she works in, this particular field, and I'm just offering her information that I think will be of value add to her. Anyone that's around me, I want them to win, because if they win, I win. So a woman that's literally arguing with me when I'm literally doing everything in my being to see her succeed and to excel, she's not the woman for me. If she doesn't even see that from me, if a woman cannot see your purity, she can't see your heart, it's a waste of time. A waste of time. You'll be there bickering with her forever, trying to get her to understand. You'll be bickering with her, trying to get her to communicate with you the way you want her to communicate with you. Either she's a good communicator or she's not. So when guys get ghosted, they say, what should I do? Nothing. Let Casper go. There's nothing you can do, because guess what? Even if you finesse, you get her to text you back, you get her to see you again, you're going to get ghosted again. That's her pattern of communication. And usually women that ghost men, they have their own inconsistencies in their family life. These are women that a lot of times too, they probably have a parent coming in and out of their lives. Sometimes these women even come from married households, but it's not a healthy married household. The two parents are there together, but there's a lot of fighting. And, the way that the mom and dad communicate is like that. Dad, or even mom, maybe they just kind of vanish for a little bit, go into their own place, and then come back when they feel like it, and the spouse just opens up the door and says, hey, honey, I'm happy you're here. That is the reality of some of the backgrounds that some of these women come from. You don't understand that. And you will never understand that. There is nothing for you to understand. It just is what it is. What you see is what you get with a woman. I had to learn that the hard way in my engagement. I thought, okay, I see some errors, but you know what? I'm a high achiever. I'm an overperformer. I can help her elevate. I have so much surplus and abundance that I can just take a little bit of what I got and it's going to pour into her and she's going to just go even higher. And then when she gets up there, it's going to pull me higher. It doesn't work like that. What ends up happening was all this abundance I had, that starts getting drained up. Now, I'm having scarcity. I don't have enough to fill my cup with because I'm steadily pouring into this woman, trying to fix her shortfalls, trying to bring her up to my level. It doesn't work like that. Trying to get her to understand my views and perspective, my sacrifices. I'm dating a girl in France, in Paris, and at the time we're going through the fiance visa, and she wants to see me, and she can't come to America because of her essence and I. At the same time, she's a humanitarian. She's not making that much money. So then she wants me to see her, and I'm like, yo, my business is taking off. I need time. I can't come right now. I need the money that we have. It's only coming from me. We can't trust your income. So you have to just trust my vision and just sit back. Let me do what I need to do. There's always friction. Come see me. Come see me. I get it. You miss me. But we're locked in, right? I'm a man. I got on one knee and I proposed to you. I wanted to commit my life to you. I wanted to give you all of me. So because I want to give you all of me, I was thinking she would be understanding that, you know what? This is a guy that he's just not a regular guy who get on one knee and want to commit to a woman. He's in America busting his butt, working, working my tech company, building a tech company, and I'm Ubering like 8 hours a day just to get extra money. So you know what? I see how much he's sacrificing. I'm going to just sit back, trust and believe in this process. But no, that wasn't the case. I had to explain this over and over and over. Like, look, babe, I want to be there, but I got to hustle. Everything is on me. There was no point of explaining that. A woman that was meant for me would have said, you know what, Marvin, I see all the sacrifices you made. You know, there are some errors I've made that has now put this additional burden on you. I get it. Take your time. Do your thing. That's an understanding woman. Not a woman who I'm literally sitting here like, yo. One time I got so frustrated with her asking me to come to Paris, you know, more and more. I was like, yo, you buy me a ticket. And I knew she couldn't afford a ticket. But that's the point. But a woman don't want to hear that. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. These women, they don't care. Even they'll just talk about the problem. They don't care about a solution. So she's talking about a problem and she's finding a problem with you. She's the problem. Get rid of her. There's going to be no solution at the end of it. You can't solve that. All that friction, there's nothing you can do to smooth it out. I've been there and I can tell you from times of trying over and over again, it's not going to work. You're just going to be frustrated. You're going to be drained. You're going to be tired. You're going to be upset. Now, when I'm dating any woman, you know, there's been moments like recently where I've been on the road and now I'm doing like live streaming. And so had this girl, I got her number when I was in Hawaii. Text her for a date. She's like, oh, you know, like, what's your Instagram? Send her my Instagram. And she's like, oh, like, I see you do this dating stuff. Like, do you normally like film dates? And I should have just said, not normally, but I was like, oh yeah, you know, like I've filmed a few dates before. And, you know, if you've seen Crazy Stupid Love, Ryan Gosling character, that's essentially what I do with my content. I'm helping men improve their dating life, improve their social skills. You know what I got back from that long explanation? Nothing. I should have said, yeah, this is what I do. Do I film dates? Not normally, no. I have no interest in filming our date. I should just say, no, I don't film dates normally. That's it. But I'm over here over-explaining myself for no reason. Anytime a woman wants me to do an explanation and I just met her, it's a sign that I just need to walk away. She doesn't get me. She doesn't need to get me. Everyone isn't going to get you. Everyone doesn't need to get you. You just need to surround yourself with enough people until you get around your circle, your people that you can trust, people that you feel connected to. It's a natural process. You don't feel forced. The interaction is organic. It's wholesome. It's meaningful. It's purposeful. It's not draining. That is something you can't force. It just happens. But the forcing comes when you see the friction, You see that woman who's going to make you always have to defend what you say, defend what you do, you are going to be miserable, sir. The Bible says it's better to be in the house alone. It's better to be on the corner of a rooftop than to be in the house with a quarrelsome woman. Even God is telling you, why are you explaining yourself to these women, bro? She don't get you. She's just not for you. That's people in general. That even extends beyond dating. In general, in life, you are a man. You work too hard. You don't went through college. You don't, had to go through these multiple corporate companies. You don't start your own company. You don't went into debt. You don't have to raise money. You've had to accomplish so much to get to where you are. Who are you explaining yourself to? That's why guys lack in dating. That's why they suffer. That's why they have all this friction. Over-explaining. Trying to get a woman to see them who they are. She doesn't want to see you. She's not going to see who you are. My best relationships, my best interactions, engagements with women have been with women that just understood me from the beginning. I didn't have to over-explain myself. They actually went out of their way to understand me. People and women specifically that actually care about you, she's going to go out of her way to understand you. She's going to say, you know what? I see something different in this guy. I know there's a particular perception he may have, but there's a feeling I have about him. I can't shake it. Something about it. And she's going to go and do her own research, her own homework. She's going to ask you certain questions. It won't be questions of, once again, you defending yourself, but just questions of trying to understand your background. Where do you come from? What's your family background? How are your parents? How are you raised? What are some of your failures? What triggers you? That's a woman that cares about who you actually are as a being. What's your makeup, your build? These other women that most men are dealing with, they don't care, man. They don't care. They're just there to use, abuse, throw you away to the side, on to the next man. So you're wasting your time trying to over-explain. There's a man that he could be everything wrong, but she's going to like him so much, she don't even care. She won't even want an explanation for his wrongdoings. She's like, you know what? Think about it. Women will ignore red flags in a man. But all of a sudden, she comes across to you, and you're an honest guy. You're a very direct guy. You don't have any ill will. You don't move with bad intentions. But all of a sudden, she wants you to explain everything. She wants a dissertation on XYZ. But the guy that was dogging her bad, she didn't want anything from him. She didn't want anything from him. These women make rules for guys they don't like. So the moment she's even there, sitting there, questioning you a lot, she wants to walk away. She's trying to find a reason to walk away. Let her walk away. That's why I don't waste time anymore. Men, that's how you stay emotionally regulated with women. You don't over-explain yourself. You don't allow yourself to get stressed. Stress comes from you forcing it. It's supposed to be easy, effortless. All of the best things in life are always effortless, unintentional. You don't even know how it worked out so well, but it just worked out. Same thing with women. It's supposed to just work out really well. Think about some of the best nights you've had. Even some of the best hookups. Let's just talk about that, right? Some of your best hookups as a male, they came from the most effortless situations. You probably got laid on a night where you didn't even think you was gonna get laid. You was like, yo, I didn't even expect that to happen. It was cool. But those nights where you over there trying to overly explain yourself to a girl, you just mad at y'all bumping heads, you didn't get no box. You didn't get any box. Anytime you met a girl and anytime in that night it got defensive, you got no box. But the moments where you meet a girl, everything's cool, she's laid back, she's fun, she's funny, she's relaxed, she goes with the flow. There's a few things there that could be alarming to her, but she's chill about it. Those are the moments where everything worked out perfectly. It was frictionless. A lot of times you didn't even try. You made the initial engagement, the initial opening, but from there, everything else was easy, was laid back. You had your feet kicked up. That's how it should be with women. You can't train these women. These women either come equipped, they come well trained, they come prepared, they come ready to be a wife, they come, ready to be a helpmate, or they don't. That's it. This is a psychological warfare. Who's going to win? The person who cares the least wins, but I'm telling you, the person who's over-explaining themselves, they're losing. That's what I mean when I tell a lot of guys, you have to be emotionless in this game. You're going to lose a lot of women as a high-value man. That comes with the territory. The values and the cultures, all that is shifting on a yearly basis. So things that you may have said around women that was acceptable 2-3 years ago, it may not be acceptable right now. But guess what? Forget the women who aren't accepting those terms. Find women who are. There's a new roster of women being produced every year. They graduate in college, grad school, med school, doctorate programs. There's a new batch. Find another one. There's no shortage of attractive, educated women. They're the most educated in the world. So you're going to find another successful woman who has the looks, who has all these things, who isn't going to bicker with you, who isn't going to just drag situations that don't need to be dragged. We have to vet these women, and you have to also stand on business. But if you're struggling, you're a high-performing man, you're making $250,000, $500,000, million, couple million, but your dating life is in the trenches. Your dating life does not look like your career because you're choosing the wrong woman. You don't even have the confidence to stay to yourself. You're dealing with anxiety when you want to approach a high-quality woman, a woman that you know will probably even give you a better experience, but you're stuck. You're settling. I help men get out of that zone. I help men not only overcome their fear of rejection, I help them with their dating apps so that you're getting matches without you even trying because you set up such as elevated account. I help men with just their socializing skills so that you go beyond just cold approaching women, but you're just using that element in every walk of life. I help you with your appearance. I'm making sure that you're well dressed. I want to make sure you smell good. I want to make sure you have the right haircut. I want to make sure there is no Achilles heel in your dating strategy. That is why I made Trust Fund Baddies Academy, and that's why you need to apply. Trust Fund Baddies only. The link is below.